Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you this 2021 GMC Yukon. This one is the AT4 and this one has the AT4 premium package. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all the features this one has. Under the hood, they're going to be a 5.3 V8 that is connected to a 10-speed automatic transmission. This engine produces 355 horses and 383 pound-feet of torque. Fuel economy numbers are 16 in the city, 20 highway, and 18 combined. So here is the MSRP sticker of this 2021 Yukon AT4. It does have the AT4 premium package, and it does have the illuminated package. Basically, the GMC emblem is illuminated, and then second row heated bucket seats. And it does have the sliding console, which is a $350 option, and polished exhaust tips. And the price on this one is $74,000. If you guys are curious about the color is called Summit White, and it looks very good on this Yukon. And I think it looks very good on this AT4 trim. Coming to the front, it looks nice and aggressive. And this one, by the way, has more ground clearance than the other trims, since this one is the off-road version. For the headlights, the inside of the headlights is nice and blacked out. Probably it's really hard to see over the camera, but I just love the fact that the inside of those headlights are nice and blacked out. Daytime running light is in the same exact place as the turn signal indicators, and up top the turn signal indicators will have 2 LED strips, which is pretty cool. And everything is LED inside of those headlights. Coming down, the fog lights are LED as well, which is expected for a $74,000 SUV. And I really like the gloss black around the fog lights. I think they look very good. Sensors in the bottom. And for the grille, I think it looks pretty good. It is finished in chrome, but blacked out chrome. GMC logo nice and big, and it does have a front-facing camera for the 360 camera system. For the 360 camera system this Yukon has, and seriously, the camera system in this Yukon is beautiful, nice and clear, and it has multiple angles and views. In the bottom, this is finished in gloss black, and then all the way in the bottom there's going to be a chrome skid plate to protect the bottom of this AT4 when going off-roading. And since this one is the AT4, it's going to have red tow hooks. Only the AT4 trims will receive the red tow hooks. And I think overall this SUV looks nice and aggressive from the front. And the bumper, the way how the bumper is cut, it gives you more approach angle. But let's go ahead and move to the side of this Yukon, and I'll go and show you how it looks like from the side. So here is the side view of this Yukon, and honestly it looks very good, especially in this white color. I think it goes really good with the black trims that this AT4 trim has. Up top there are going to be some roof rails, and they're going to be a panoramic sunroof with the AT4 premium package. Basically it's a $7,000 package. On the fender they're going to be a GMC logo. AT4 logo is going to be on the front door, and I think the side view looks very good. The mirror is going to be finished in white and gloss black, and it does have a turn signal indicator on it, and it does have the camera for the 360 camera that this GMC has. And it does have a power side step or retractable side step. This is part of the AT4 package as well. And for the rims, they're nice and aggressive, and this is from the AT4 trim. So when you get the AT4 trim, it's going to give you those nice aggressive rubbers. And the size of those rims, they are 275, 60, 20s. They honestly look very small on this huge SUV, but I just love the fact that there is a very good amount of rubber, and this is expected from an AT4 trim. But let's go and move to the back of this AT4, and I'll go and show you how it looks like from the back. Here is the back of this Yukon, and I think it looks very good. I love the fact that GMC did not make the taillights the same design as the headlights, so they do not have the C-shaped design. I think they look very good. Everything is LED in those taillights, which is expected for a $74,000 SUV. Yukon is going to be all the way to the left, and AT4 badge all the way to the right. GMC is nice and big, and this trim right here is finished in that carbon gray accent, just like the front. It does look very similar to the blacked out chrome, but I think it looks very good. It's nice and different. And up top, they're going to be a spoiler, and they're going to be the wiper hidden right there. So I think that's really nice. It just makes the glass nice and clean. Some parking sensors on the bumper, reflectors in the bottom, and by the way, the exhaust is hidden right underneath. There is no visible exhaust pipes or tips. And by the way, the spare tire is next to the exhaust pipe. Here is a key of this AT4. Has a really nice solid weight to it. There's going to be a little bit of chrome on it. 6 buttons on this key: lock, unlock, remote start, tailgate release, glass release, and a panic button. It does say GMC in the back, and it does have a physical key inside of it. To open the glass, just go ahead and double click on it, and the glass opens. Then of course you have to do the rest of the work. So I really like the fact that the glass opens in this GMC, and the wiper is going to be hidden right here, and there's going to be a hole. This is actually open right here, so when you close the glass, the wiper is going to be sticking out. Let me see if I could show you. See, that's basically where the wiper goes, in that empty place. And there's going to be another button on the key to open the tailgate. Just go ahead and click on it twice, and that will open the tailgate nice and quick. And up top there's going to be a button to close the tailgate, and inside there is a ton of space, and this is expected from a full-size SUV. And of course you could drop the seats down if you want to. You could drop the second row and the third row. There is 15 volts if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, underneath there is a tiny bit of storage place. I think those are the jack tools. Some tie downs. Let's go ahead and drop the seats down. They're automatic, by the way, so you could actually bring them back up as well. So they're not 100% automatic. By what I mean is, if you click it once, they're not going to go down, so you have to hold the button down for them to go down. So you have to keep holding it. And here is the second row. Let's go ahead and click the button. Of course, it's not going to go down. And this one did go down, so that's good. The second row, you cannot bring it back up, so if you click the button again, it only does that. So if you can actually double click it, it will put it in that position right there, like the one on the left. But you cannot bring them back up. Only the third row can be brought back up. But with the third row down, there is just a ton of space. Here is the door handle. It does not have a sensor right behind it, so to lock and unlock the SUV, you have to click on this button. Here is the front door panel. It looks pretty good. Everything is wrapped in leather. This top portion right here is nice and soft. I love the orange stitching. This is part of the AT4 trim, so any AT4 trim you get, you're gonna get that orange stitching. I love this fake carbon fiber trim. I think it looks pretty good. Brushed aluminum right on top of it. Here is a door handle. It feels nice and solid. Door locks, and I really like the brushed aluminum around it, or the chrome. The armrest is nice and soft. This is, not sure if this is leather. It doesn't feel like it, but it is nice and soft. They're going to be the memory seats right here, window switches. Everything looks good. I'm not exactly sure why the back windows are not automatic for a $74,000 SUV. It does have auto folding mirrors. More of that orange stitching. This is nice and soft. This is actually very soft, so that's good. Plastic in the bottom, which is expected, of course. Good amount of storage place right here. It does have the Bose sound system. This chrome piece or brushed aluminum piece looks good. More storage place in the bottom of the door. Here are the seats. Nice comfortable seats. The headrest will say AT4. I love the orange stitching and piping on the seats, and they're going to be those orange inserts right here on the seats. I think they look very, very good, and this is only for the AT4 trim, so if you get any other trim, you're not going to be able to get that orange piping and stitching and the inserts in the middle. Power seats, of course, right there. AT4 door sill, and it does have lumbar support. But let's go ahead and move inside this AT4, and I'll go ahead and show you how it looks like from the inside. Here is the interior of this 2021 AT4. It's nice and big, and seats are nice and comfortable. Here is the steering wheel. It is wrapped in leather. It does have the orange stitching, the same stitching on the door, but does have crossed stitching. The ring itself is a little bit on the thinner side. I really wish it was a tiny bit thicker, but this is an SUV, so that's fine. They're going to be a few buttons right here. Heated steering wheel. It does have all the safety features, cruise control, and on the right they're going to be the phone controls, and there are going to be some controls right here to control that screen in the middle. So you could scroll up and down, you could go left and right, and right behind the steering wheel there are going to be the wiper controls, and it will have the high and low beam turn signal controls. And on the right there is nothing, but right there they're going to be the engine start stop, and this one does have the bind shifter. Right here on the left, there are going to be a ton of buttons. They're going to be the heads-up display. You could control it, brightness control for the heads-up display. It does have a very good amount of buttons right here. It does have the AC outlet, engine shut off. When you come to complete stop, the SUV will turn off. It does have the parking sensors, hill descent, traction control, lane keep assist, e-brake. It does have the four-wheel drive modes, and it does have the normal mode, sport mode, off-road mode, tow and haul, or tow haul. And it does have the headlight controls right here, brightness controls. Fog light is this button, just go ahead and click on it. Here is the screen. It's a 10.2 inch screen. I think it looks very good. I really like the brushed aluminum around that screen. It does have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and you could actually control the screen by touching it, or you could control it by this wheel or this knob right here. And let's say if you want to go to navigation, just go ahead and click on this button right here, and that will take you to navigation. So there's two ways to control the screen, which is nice, and two ways to go home. There's a touch button right there on the screen, and there is a button right here that will take you back home. And the screen itself is nice and responsive, and resolution is very, very good. You could control the climate controls from here as well. You could control the rear, the front, so that's nice. Here is the shifter that will control the 10-speed automatic transmission, this Yukon. For park, push in. For reverse, pull out. And the backup camera and the resolution of the cameras around this SUV are very good. Neutral, push in. Drive, pull out. And here is the low gear. To activate the low gear, of course, you have to be in drive. Just go ahead and click on L, and there is plus and minus to mess around or play with the gears if you want to. There's no paddle shifters right behind the steering wheel. And here is the camera system in this Yukon. Seriously, such a great camera system. You could do so many things. You could see the rims, you could see the front rims if you want to. So let's say if we rotate the wheel, you could see the tire moving, and you could see there's a front-facing camera, rear-facing camera, or the backup camera, and there is just a ton of things you could do. And by the way, there is a small cubby right here. You could probably store some coins, emergency light button, and that brushed aluminum piece looks very good. Here in the bottom, there are going to be a good amount of buttons. This top section right here is going to be for the screen and the radio. And here is a volume knob, tune knob, and this will control the screen, as I told you guys. And down here is going to be the climate controls. Very easy to use. Fan speed, the modes. It does have tri-climate control in this Yukon, auto function, sync function, and you could control the rear climate controls, as I told you. And on or off for the rear. It does have cold seats, 3 stages, and it does have heated seats, and you could only turn the back, or you could turn both the back and the bottom. 12 volt, an SD card, one USB, one USB-C, Two cup holders look very good, nice and big. A little bit of storage place in the middle. And there's going to be a ton of storage place right here with a wireless phone charger. Here is the armrest. It's nice and soft, and this is actually soft as well. Good amount of stitching on this armrest. A phone holder, and inside there is a ton of space, but there is no USB or USB-C. I'll go ahead and show you why there is nothing inside there. There's going to be a light. So the only reason that there is no USB or USB-C or an SD card or a 12 volt is because this Yukon has a $350 option. Basically, this armrest will move back, and it will move back to this position. So let me go ahead and show you. There's going to be a switch right here. This switch will move it to the back. And let's say if you have a ton of things and you're trying to store things, you could put them inside. You could put them here. You could put them here, of course. And you could actually open this and store more things inside. So there is seriously a ton of storage place in this Yukon. And I really like what GMC did with this movable metal console. It's a $350 option, and honestly, it's really worth the price. And I think $350 for that metal console, I think it's worth it. There is just a ton of storage place. Inside of this, there is no USB or any or 12 volt or anything like that, but still, I don't care. There's just a ton of storage place. Let me go ahead and move it back. I would say it takes about maybe 6-7 seconds to go back and to go to the front back again. Here is a rear view mirror. I really wish it was frameless for $74,000 SUV, but it's not too bad. And up here, they're going to be the OnStar SOS and the sunroof controls. You could open the sunroof, you could open the shade, you could tilt it. This is to control the middle console to basically move it back and forward. And there are going to be two buttons right here. Those will drop down the third row. And this is for the tailgate. You could open it 3/4 max, or you could actually turn it off so no one opens it. Garage controls, and this button will control the lights to stay off when the doors open. LED lights, which is expected, of course. Here is a visor. It's a little bit on the skinnier side, but feels nice and solid. It is finished in the same material as the headliner. Inside there is LED lights, and the mirror is very big, so that's good. And to open the shade, there's going to be a button. So there's 3 buttons for this panoramic sunroof, and this panoramic sunroof is part of the AT4 premium package. Let's go ahead and open this panoramic sunroof. And it does go all the way to the back, which is very nice. Here is a back door, and the back door is the same as the front. It does have that orange stitching, that carbon fiber looking trim. The armrest feels nice and solid, just like the front. Door locks. The armrest is nice and soft. This is soft. Plastic in the bottom, which is expected, of course. Small cubby, more storage place in the bottom. Bose sound system. And here is the second row. It does have the bucket. Second row, they're heated, by the way. And the back seats are just as nice as the front. They're basically the same exact design. And there are going to be 2 handles right here. This one is to move the seat back and forward, and this one is to drop it down. So let me go ahead and show you. And by the way, this one has the screens in the back. This is part of the AT4 premium package. Those screens are 12.6 each. There's another one right there. And to drop the seat down, just go ahead and lift this up once. We'll drop it in this position, and to be able to move it out of the way, just go ahead and lift it up once, another time, and that will basically make it like that. And there is this handle or cable right here you could pull on if you're sitting in the back. Here is the third row, nice and spacious, but let me hop in there and show you the third row. Here is a third row, and there is a ton of space. I'm sitting back here very comfortable for an adult, and the person that is going to be sitting in front of me, they have a ton of space as well. A small cubby right here, a cup holder, one USB-C. Same exact thing for the other side. There are going to be some vents in the back, 2 lights back here, and this panoramic sunroof just makes this AT4 so bright. So this Yukon has tri-climate control, so you could control the climates from the second row. Fan speed, temperature control, does have an auto function. You could change the modes, does have heated seats, 2 HDMIs and 2 USB-Cs, and there's going to be an AC outlet in the bottom, 2 cup holders back here, and here is how the front of this Yukon looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2021 Yukon AT4. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come and see Luke here at Buick GMC in Wallingford, Connecticut. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.